Hey, what's going on, my friends? So we're gonna do two reviews. It's been a while, so I got the first one. I'm gonna review Duramax tunes for LMLs. Actually, I have an LML, obviously. If you guys watch the videos, but they do tuning for pretty much everything except for so they do Cummins, Duramax, Volkswagen, and they do work for tractors, Case, John Deere. All that kind of stuff like farm equipment. So I put the tune on this truck, 2013 Crew Cab 3500 Duramax, had 107,000 miles on it. Basically, warranty went off. I bought their Spade programmer with emissions compliant tunes on it. Was really happy with it. The truck just ran better. I mean, it ran fine anyways, but the tow haul tune worked way better than the OEM programs that GM puts with all the trucks, and the Sport Economy tune was just a blast. It is a blast to drive that way. About I think 10 more thousand miles. No, it was like 12 to 13 more thousand miles. About 118. I ended up doing a delete on it, so I deleted it. Got the MotorOps Tunes for the delete, and it runs even better. So that's really cool. Now the pros and cons about the MotorOps tunes, or the MotorOps, just deleting in general, not the tunes. Tunes are great, runs great, drives great. The pros are this. I noticed, oddly enough, my transmission temperature dropped. So I don't know why it did that. About 10 degrees, running, whether you're pulling, whether you're just driving regular, it dropped about 10 degrees. So that's cool there. I know EGTs are lower for sure. Well, not for sure, just based on what they say. And it just makes sense. You take all that out of there, free up all the exhausts, you lower your EGTs. Definitely more power. Noticed, I don't know, if I'd guess anywhere from 10 to maybe 20 horse on each tune. And I only run either the heavy tow or I run the Sport Economy. I haven't even put the race tune on it yet. Don't know why. So anyways, so the pros are it runs better, it drives better, it shifts better, the transmission runs cooler, and my most favorite out of doing a delete on this thing, so no EGR, PCV valve reroute, and the full exhaust, so it's a straight pipe all the way back. I've got a muffler on there. It's a 4-inch exhaust. If you can hear it now, we're running at 70 miles an hour, like 1700 RPM, so it's got a little bit of a rumble to it. I didn't want a big 5-inch straight pipe with I just wanted it as quiet and as close to stock as possible, because I just don't want to hear the rumble all the time. If you get on it, it does have a cool turbo whistle, and it does sound burly enough to know that you've got a little bit of an exhaust, but I didn't want some big obnoxious exhaust sound on there. Oh, the other thing, like zero smoke, not zero, I'd say like 98% smoke free. Occasionally, if you get on it just right, without like necessarily being not let me talk, if you get on it at the right time, if you're trying to pull into traffic, it'll smoke just a little tiny bit, and I like that. I like that it doesn't smoke, which will lead me into the con of deleting it. So this was my first emissioned truck, diesel truck that I ever had, and it was really cool. Like, I liked that it didn't blow any black smoke. I liked that the tailpipe was clean. I liked that you didn't smell like just that kind of diesel-y smell. And I like diesels, and I like that kind of stuff. But I really liked just having a clean diesel. It was awesome. I didn't realize it until about 10-15,000 miles after I did the delete that I did like the clean diesel. So it's the only con to this, is that once you delete it, you get that sort of you smell the diesel. You smell the diesel smoke, which I like that, but you kind of just smell it throughout the truck a little bit more. And as far as like compared to an old truck, is this a cop? Undercover cop? It's got a bumper with a light. gonna, you know, I like the old Cummins and the old Duramaxes, you know, it's gonna be very similar to that. So not a huge fan of having the soot around. If I was gonna do it again, if I got a brand new truck, I probably wouldn't delete it. I would just do the emissions compliant tunes and deal with putting the urea in it, the exhaust fluid. And that is another huge benefit. You don't have to put the damn exhaust fluid in every 5,000 miles, 4,000 miles. And it's not a huge deal. You pour 5 gallons in and you're good to go, but it does get, you know, kind of annoying because you're on a trip and you got to put the exhaust fluid in. So the other, like, biggest benefit I've noticed is oil change intervals have increased by like 100%. So if you have a stock LML, you'll generally get 4,000 to 6,000 miles out of an oil change based on the DIC. And I had the oil tested prior to when it did have the emissions on it, and I could still go longer. I had it tested when I ran Amazon. So it was good. So I extended those out to about 8,000 to 10,000 miles, and the oil tested perfect every time. But now with the emissions off, the oil right now on this oil, I've got about 5,500 miles on the oil. When I checked it about 1,000 miles ago, and it was like clean as brand new oil. So the oil stays super clean, and if you've got clean oil, you've got a clean engine. To me, that just makes sense. And I still change the oil at 10,000 just because, even though it tests fine. But that is it. That's my review. If you guys are looking for a tune, for a company to purchase tunes from, purchase a programmer from, any of your diesel support needs, I highly, highly recommend Duramax Tuner, Calibrated Power Solutions. They are awesome. You can call them up, ask them any questions. You don't go through any of that automated phone service, which I really, really appreciate. You actually call and talk to somebody. Been to their shop, great guys, nice guys, and their tunes are great. I think they're some of the best tunes out there. I hear Idaho Rob is pretty good. There's a guy down, I think, in Kansas maybe, called Corey Willis. He's pretty good from what I read on the forums. And there's another person out in like Maryland, I believe. I can't remember his name, but there's a lot of good guys out there that deal with EFI live tunes, and they all do pretty good stuff. But the guys at Duramax Tuners so far have been great to work with, and I'd highly recommend any of their products and working with them. So hope you guys find this useful. Thanks.